Number 4. I would be disingenuous if I put this person right at number 5. And I would be disingenuous. But I would be a flat out liar to put him in the top 3. Number 4 is CM Punk. After 10 years away from the company with a courageous but failed stint in the UFC and a premature exit out of AEW due to his emotional fragility as the quote-unquote locker room leader, the voice of virtue signaling has returned. While his injury delayed him from in-ring return, he was one half of the best feud of 2024. The issue with that, though, is after and even before, maybe even during the rivalry, there hasn't been any memorable promos like that from him. I knew he was going to miss his step due to 10 years from full time then. I mean, he had an AEW stint, but even still, I knew that. But promos, I never thought his promos would regress. Well, no, I kind of did expect that, but still. Anyway, the only promo that had some sort of heat or realism, in my opinion, was that promo where he referred to the former WWE champ as Dusty's kid, because that was like some real kayfabe heat, or like some real that could be interpreted as real heat. That was the only one that really showed like, oh, okay, CM Punk got some ass to him. He said he ain't here to make friends. He here to make money. Okay, I like this, going straight at him like that. All right. Outside of that, all I've seen is tiptoeing. His promo with Logan Paul leading up to Elimination Chamber. His segment the next Monday towards the final boss. And even his latest challenge to the current WWE champion. It's been weak. All 3 examples scream petty jealousy and saying the right thing at the right time, aka virtue signaling. Time has no question exposed Phil Brooks. And every now and then in 2025, you get to see the real CM Punk, man. Like the match that's coming up at Night of Champions, the main event. He's competing in Saudi Arabia. He was slandering, attacking The Miz, verbally assaulting The Miz on The Miz, telling him all kind of crazy things on Twitter about his decision to do business over there. But now look at him doing it for a vain WWE Championship ring. We move on. Number 3. I gotta tell y'all 2 things. Of course, who's the next on the list? But the second is, whose game this is. It's LA Knight. This is a big compliment. Him cracking the top 3, because this selection is an inversion of the previous one. LA Knight, he has some spurts of good runs so far. Of course, he's a 2-time U.S. champion. Before then, he had some feuds with The Miz, AJ Styles, Logan Paul, who he won his first U.S. title from, and somewhat Roman Reigns. Those all showed me that he is no hack on the mic or in the ring, despite his moniker of LA cosplay, which is pretty funny. and I still kind of somewhat can see the similarities, but still, you gotta be inspired by somebody. At least he ain't flat out stealing stuff. So the trust of him by WWE, that's what concerns me about his potential to get higher on this list, get higher on the card, or even be in WWE for the next 2 years. Frankly, and I don't want to say that, but because he a good talent, but they're not doing right by him, man. They trying to make it up right now, having him on him interfere against the Vision. That's what I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him the Vision. Braun Breaker costing him King of Ring spot. So we'll see where that goes. Even if he's a SmackDown superstar and they're on Raw, so I hope they do a draft, but we'll see, man. Now, I don't know if this is a pro or a con. I truly don't know about this one, man. But number 2, I have current WWE champion John Cena. Retirement tour and all. The quote-unquote greatest of all time is in the top 3 in promos. I've credited in previous videos Cena for his quote-unquote Krusty the Clown gimmick. However, with 5.5 months left, he loves to tell us how many dates he has left. With 5.5 months left, I expected more, man. I expected way more than this. The pro that John is, I would have imagined some sort of further pivot outside of personality type. Now, I know you love selling merch, but damn, bro, like, you could have sold it, but not wore it. You know what I'm saying? That still give the fans hope that, oh, he might turn face one day. Look at all these, you know what I'm saying? But you a heel still wearing it, like wearing the Phoenix Suns colors, like, come on, man. And even the personality change is a bit quintessentially WWE heel in the worst way, which shows that Cena is very, very limited in terms of improvisation. Or he just wants to be a face, or he regretted this decision. Because he's still wearing the merch. Cena could have been changed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is he ever gonna change? We'll see. I hope so. Because if not, this takes him down to my all-time list. Cena is one of, if not the greatest face ever. His heel run simply has not been as high as that one. I mean, as hot as his turn. I mean, as hot as the very turn. Cena, man. Cena. With that being said, I know there's a decent amount of people I haven't mentioned, and there's only one spot left. Believe it or not, that's very intentional. I present to you all the dishonorable displays of promos in WWE today. Number 5, we're doing a countdown list, a mini countdown list real quick. Number 5, while I credit him on his improvisation skills and really giving the fans what they want, even if that is the reason they have what they got now. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the final boss was great. Probably his best incarnation character-wise in WWE history. But he is simply inconsistent. He is not around. And we already know why reasons why. We already know the reasons why. TKO did not give him what he wanted in the Cody Rhodes heel turn. That way, I guess he was gonna make some kind of corporation faction potentially, because it wasn't just gonna be Cody. And then Cena was gonna be the main protagonist of 2025. That story could have potentially had umbrella effects, residual feuds, just like the Bloodline did for 4 years. We could have found a replacement face for Cody after we did the John Cena retirement tour as a babyface with all this merch making all the money. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. So, like I said, man, The Rock's just simply not consistent enough. He's not around, so I couldn't put him on the list. That would have been disingenuous of me. And the same thing for my number 4 on my dishonorable display of promos list, Roman Reigns. While he can be, while I do think he is kind of murky in terms of all-time greats due to his first 8 years, the Tribal Chief is one of the greatest characters. From 2020 to 2024 is one of the greatest characters in WWE history. His promos were solid. The story was great. But that's the answer. There it is right there. It ended in 2024. Right after WrestleMania 40, of course, we know Roman Reigns was going into Battleground when he teamed up with Cody Rhodes to take on the new Bloodline. He didn't. I mean, he had that one awesome little segment between Cody and the University Football Miami field. That was cool, but outside of that, especially after he lost to Cody at WrestleMania 40, he came back. Yeah, he came back. He did the tag match. Then after that, I don't think Roman Reigns came back until Netflix, possibly. I don't think Roman Reigns came back into Netflix to build the Royal Rumble, and even then, that WrestleMania build was weak. So Roman Reigns, in my belief, I don't think he has no 2025 promos. I don't think Roman Reigns has a single promo in the year of 2025. So absolutely not. Roman Reigns could have not been in my top 25. He hasn't had any promos. If he has, he's had enough to put on one hand in these past 2 years, since at least mid 2023. So yeah, so no. And the same thing for his former Shield brethren, Seth Rollins. Now, I'm no Seth Rollins fan, man. I'm no Seth Rollins fan. I mean, I do like Seth Rollins in ring work. I did enjoy his 2015 work. I enjoyed it. But his promos, they can be good at times. His promo against CM Punk, talking down to him until they build up at WrestleMania was good. Those promos were good. I guess I did enjoy his feud with Sting for a while. And what else? I know a lot of people like the Monday Night Messiah if they was watching the T-Move or whatever. Well, I said T-Move, I'm funny as hell. But Seth Rollins, no improvement in his promos, man. In my opinion, no improvement. All the character changes, the yelling. Oh my God, when he's losing a promo, the yelling, that shit is insufferable. And then I can't really give him. What can I really credit him on promo wise? It's the same thing with his character that reflects in his promos. It's so fleeting. I mean, I know people like the Monday Night Messiah during the pandemic. I liked the Authority. I liked the Beast Slayer, but outside of that, there's been no progression. And then you got the Usurpable yelling, and then with with him being on this in the card he's in, being this person to be on the card and not have the growth, being in the spot for this long in ring psychology and promos, he's taking up spots with Paul Heyman. He's taking up spots. He's taking up Braun Breaker's spot as a singles wrestler. He's taking up Bronson Reed's spot as a singles wrestler. I'm not digging it. I don't dig that at all. So I can't put him in top 10. He wasn't gonna be my top 10 in general, but I had to note that Seth Rollins is terrible. Number 2. I had a debate about this, but I wanted to be fair. I could not put him at number 2. I know y'all quizzical about who this is, but let me give him credit first. I credit him because I really do credit him because his addition to the Bloodline story did add life to the Bloodline story. I must admit that did add life to the Bloodline story. And we had some moments, his feud with Brock Lesnar. I really enjoyed that. To date, that is Brock Lesnar's last feud in WWE. I give him credit on that. And I mean, he did with Seth Rollins. He did step up at WrestleMania 40. I gotta give it to Cody Rhodes, number 2 on my dishonorable display of promos list. Why? He cries too much. Bruh, y'all gotta admit that Cody Rhodes is a bit emotional in his promos, man. Y'all gotta admit that. Like, I get it. I mean, I don't know. Like, what? No, I don't get it. What's up with that? Like, Cody Rhodes has always been like that. Cody Rhodes has always been like that ever since his first stint in WWE, bro. Like, I remember when Randy Orton RKO Dusty Rhodes in 2009, bro. He was on the brink of tears, and right there, they had a shot to strike with Iris Hot and turn Curry's face, but they waited a minute, and then they ended up splitting them at WrestleMania 26. Of course, he went on to the dashing thing, undashing thing, but right there, they could have made him a sympathetic babyface right there, but Cody has always had that crying thing going on. He's never grown from that. Like, I personally, that's always been a pet peeve of mine. And then the story is over. I mean, he's won the WWE Championship. His WWE Championship reign was mid. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. It definitely wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the greatest either. But once the story was over, there was no stories. There was makeshift matches. I mean, you had AJ Styles, who's now a face again, a heel, taunting him, getting personal with the Mama Rose thing as well. Then they end up having a series of matches. I Quit match. I think his best feud was with Kevin Owens. He had that match at King of the Ring with Logan Paul, which was good. But outside of that, I mean, that was pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much it. The story was over. Cody, we know how good Kevin Owens is. I would have put him on the list if he was. I was gonna put him on the list, but I can't. He's inactive, and unfortunately, it looks like he's not gonna be wrestling for a minute, if ever again. So prayers to Kevin Owens on that. But of course, we're just gonna get a few good matches out of that. You see, I put in the beginning of the video that spot that probably broke the straw that broke Kevin neck. no pun intended, bro. No pun intended. But they put him on the shelf, but that was gonna be good either way because Kevin Owens is a pro. Kevin Owens was gonna be on his list again, but there was really no significant story at Cody's run. And then the virtue signaling with Cody, man, I don't like it, bro. Cody don't have a promo style. I like the what do you want to talk about thing. I don't have an issue with that. I ain't gonna go that nitpicky on it. I don't have an issue with that. What I do have an issue with is with the virtue signaling, uh, his program with Logan Paul. Like his program with Logan Paul. Like, bro, you teamed up with Stephen Amell. Do you forget? You teamed up with Stephen Amell on the Indies. You got Stephen Amell a spot in the Indies because you were Stardust in WWE after collaborating with Stephen Amell in WWE. You got him a spot on the Indies, which got him over in the Indies. Like, come on, man. Like you catering to the smarts, bro. That's not a promo style. And then the unnecessary cursing, bro. Like, we had a conversation on stream, the family. We had a conversation about this, and I like cursing. I'm not the fun police, and I damn sure don't want super PG stuff either. But it's a time and place for cursing, bro. Like when, like even back then, I think it was WrestleMania 40. Like when Cody Rhodes like to mention dudes junk a lot when he was saying Rock had little D energy, or when he was dissing Vince Russo, talking about people who dislike people with suits, faces that wear people with suits. That was a diss towards Vince Russo. Like, why? Like, you're like, stop. Like, get off this IWC high horse. He did that with Logan. He did that with The Rock. The junk stuff. And he mentioned it again with John Cena with the polishes, Peacemaker stuff. And then mentioning Vince McMahon, bro. Anybody on WWE TV that mentioned Vince McMahon, the promo is getting an F, bro. Like, if you're not gonna mention him name, the promo is getting an F, bro. Like, even Triple H not like, come on, bro. Like, stop it, bro. Like, stop doing that. Like, I can't put him in top 10 for that reason. I give him credit being the top face in WWE right now, but I think there's somebody better. I think there's somebody that always been better. That has always been better this entire time, and frankly should have Cody's spot as the heel. And he should have sold his soul to The Rock, because The Rock gave him his sword when he re-signed in WWE, if y'all remember. This is the Scottish Psychopath, my number one promo in WWE right now is Drew McIntyre. Since his return on the main roster back in 2018, he's not only been positioned, but has now proven to be a top guy and the master of the microphone. Making his encounter with Brock Lesnar as personal as possible at WrestleMania 36 in the midst of COVID, being one of the poster boys of the pandemic era alongside Orton, Bobby Lashley, and others, who McIntyre had great programs with, respectively, are examples. He even had a program with Dolph. I think Dolph was the face. I think Dolph turned face and Drew was the heel. Yeah, he was. He faced Roman at WrestleMania. He did face Roman at WrestleMania. He faced him at WrestleMania 35. Coming back from leukemia. We could give him credit in that. But even more modern things, more modern times, it's been consistent. Carrying CM Punk to the rivalry of the year in 2024. And what was, or is, I don't know, now, the Bloodline Hunter that was supposed to be, I thought we was going to get that at WrestleMania 41. That would have been a good rematch between them two. Roman could have won that, but they didn't go that route. They went the Damian Priest route, but I haven't seen Drew. I don't know what they're doing with Drew right now. I don't even think Drew in the King of the Ring tournament. But despite that, Drew has been the most consistent act character-wise in WWE, which seems to be, unfortunately, a double-edged sword due to the terrible writing of Triple H and the TKO takeover, which has resulted in what seems to be a year of filler for Drew so far. Because again, I don't even think he in the King of the Ring tournament. So they have all this just explain the issues in WWE to you. Jay could have been world champion over the past 4 or 5 years. Drew could have been world champion. WWE specifically for both of them over the past 4 years. CM Punk return, put a wrench in that, but we got some good moments out of it. We got probably the greatest Hell in a Cell match of the modern era in the past probably 15 years. The greatest? No, because the past 10 years at least, because Brock versus Undertaker in 2015 was good, but Drew has given us moments and he's not getting rewarded for it. But I'm gonna credit you here. My top 10 list promos. There it is. I gave you my why, I gave you my who, and I gave you my why not of who. Let me know what you think of my top 10 promos in WWE right now. But first, hit that like button, comment for a response, but comment at the beginning, middle, and end of the video. Share for us to see. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop. I've been talking a long time, but I can because I got the gift of gab and the gift of jab. You should jab that like button. Watch this video through and through. And I'm out.